I just want to say this. Thank you guys so much for the success of the series. I know, the numbers are dwindling down as we go because, that's just natural. That happens. But people are still catching up throughout the show. And if you're caught up and you started with us from the beginning, thank you so much. It means a whole lot to me. I'm sure it means a lot to everybody on the show. We all work very hard, and we take a lot of time out of our week and our days to put this show together. So thank you so much, and we do appreciate it. And I just want to say I didn't really envision any milestones for the show when we started. I just figured, hey, this could be fun. New game. We like TEW. Let's have a fun little show on YouTube. And our first episode hit over 10K. I didn't see when it did, but it's somewhere over 10,000 views. That's crazy. Thank you guys so much. It means a whole lot. I didn't see that happening. Never imagined it would have happened, but it did. And it's because of you guys. So thank you so much. Keep spreading the word. Let's get this out there. Let's keep this thing going and make it bigger, better, and badder. Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. It is time for another episode in our TEW 2020 This is War series. We are starting the month of February. And guys, I'm going to tell you right away, right off the bat here, we had some audio issues on this episode. I know Tigress, her portion is always it breaks up a little bit. But she is, it was got a little worse this episode. She's in a snowstorm, kind of same as I was last week. Luckily, my internet was good, but her internet went out. It was bad connection. We switched to her phone. Sometimes it sounds like she's underwater a little bit. But I want you guys to know, you just stick with it. She has a really good show this week, and she worked hard on it. So I hope you guys stick through. A little bit of the issues there, and I know Warden's a little staticky, a little bit from time to time. It just we ran into some audio issues overall, but still it's a very solid show. There's a lot of surprises. We got new signings. There's a lot that takes place on this episode. So I'm telling you, you don't want to miss it. I just want to give you a heads up before we get into it. So please spread the word. Let everybody know this is your favorite. I know it is. I hope so. I hope we're doing good enough to be one of your favorites, at least, TEW series out there on YouTube. I hope we are. Like I said, let us know if we are, and if we are, spread the word. So get us a like on the video, give us a subscribe on YouTube, give us a follow on Twitter. That's pretty much it. Let's get into the episode, guys. All right, first thing is first, let's look at some decisions. And it's Jeff fucking Cobb.
You already know.
I already know. You already know. We all already know.
You know it. Ooh.
Identify as a hard drug user on the test. Fail this test. Okay, disciplinary. He's been fined twice, June and July. So it's been a while. I'm gonna give him another. I'm gonna give him one more fine. One more fine. Hopefully this fucking works. Small positive impact. Okay.
It's been a while since the last one, so it could give you a good gap.
Yeah, if he does it again, I'm gonna have to suspend him. Okay, here we go. This is a talent swap proposed by
Hey, that's me.
Jordan Grace for Chris. Is this a permanent or like a deal?
Permanent.
Permanent
I
trade.
messaged you about this in the DMs.
Yes, I did see. I didn't know if it was permanent though or not.
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh, someone else. Read the screen.
Yes, it is Christopher Daniels for Jordan Grace. Christopher Daniels to CZW. Jordan Grace goes to MWA. I will accept the proposal.
Whoa.
I will. Oh, incident involving Rey Mysterio. Oh my God, steroid user. Oh my God.
Join the club.
Oh man, hold on. Let's type the Tigress. Oh my God, she suspended him? Oh my God. Okay.
Ooh.
Rey Mysterio apparently has been suspended. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CZW Evolution. It is a Monday night, one night removed from our pay-per-view high stakes. And to start the show, we have a recap video that rolls showing everything that took place on the pay-per-view, a lot of highlights, not too many lowlights. It was a fantastic show. I think we got a 92 rating. And at the end of it, it says, we will hear from Darby Allin tonight. If you remember, he attacked Undertaker after the main event. So we have some craziness going on with the Unwanted. We're going to see what he says tonight. Oh yeah, segment rating 100. Pretty good start there.
Yeah, classic segment out of CZW.
So next up, we have a hardcore match in our ultra-violent division here, starting the show off. We got Eddie Only making his debut against Jimmy Lloyd making his singles debut. So both guys for the first time here on their own. 48 segment rating, not that great. Let's see what happened. In a subpar wrestling match, non-existent crowd heat, Jimmy Lloyd defeated Eddie Only in a hardcore match, 7 minutes, 51 seconds. Quick match here, clean finish for Jimmy Lloyd. Again, both of these guys making their debut, trying to, make a name for themselves in this newly established ultra-violent division. So, both performed pretty good, 60 and 56. I'm surprised with the 48 rating. That's kind of weird there.
Using nobodies, that's your only problem.
That is the only problem. Both of these guys are very low on the popularity, so we're going to try to make names out of them here. The crowd were turned off because these guys don't have any popularity. So, oh well, we'll get there.
Give it time.
So next up, Randy Orton cuts a promo backstage thanking Kenny Omega for his match last night, where he did win, by the way. He says that he's finally brought the debate to rest that Kenny Omega is the greatest wrestler in the business. Switchblade Jay White approaches Orton, interrupting him. He says that he doesn't get along with Kenny, but he knows damn well no one wants Orton in the locker room and challenges him to a match tonight. Orton grins, telling him he gets 2 NWO ripoff smarks in back-to-back nights. Lovely. Randy Orton taking a little shot at the former Bullet Club members here, but apparently we have a match scheduled for tonight, and yes, it will be our main event, Randy Orton versus Switchblade Jay White. We got a segment rating of 70. Randy Orton did good on script.
That'll be a little higher. That segment would be a little higher.
I did too. I don't know. I wonder it must have been Jay White bringing it down a little bit, but it's all right. 70. Yeah. It's a little green, so I'll take it. So the Regime come marching down to the ring with MJF looking proud as ever. They got a big 6-man tag win last night. He brags about that victory over a bald and tattoo-less Cody Rhodes. Because yes, if you remember, he got his head shaved and his tattoo cut off, his skin removed. He says that now that they're out of the way, the Regime can focus on getting back championships. He points to both Braun Strowman and Rusev, letting the crowd know that they will be leaving tonight the new CZW Tag Team Champions. Guys, we have a tag team match scheduled for the titles. FTR, the brand new champs, against the Regime. That is a big match later tonight. Segment rating of 98. Of course, yeah, it's great stuff here all around. MJF's involved. It's going to be good. So, so another tag match, title match for tonight.
FTR about to have a short tag title reign potentially.
Could be. We will see. So our next match of the night, we got a barn burner here. Mustafa Ali versus Matt Riddle. In a decent match, Mustafa Ali defeated Matt Riddle right at the 10-minute mark after Roman Reigns interfered, spearing Matt Riddle while the ref was down. Guys, afterwards, Roman barks down at Matt Riddle, asking him, "Who's laughing now?" He keeps asking him over and over again if he thinks it's funny. So if you remember last night at the beginning of the pay-per-view High Stakes, Roman Reigns was kind of pissed that he wasn't booked, and Matt Riddle came out, embarrassed him, told him to go home. The crowd started chanting. So Roman Reigns was not happy about what went down last night and cost Matt Riddle in this match the very next night. So Matt Riddle got a 70, Mustafa Ali 63, segment rating 75. Mustafa Ali was off his game, and that's a big dog, bro. Storyline has advanced.
God.
So
a name.
Yep. So there we go. Mustafa Ali gets a pretty big win here over Matt Riddle. So up next we have it was going to be a 5-on-1 handicap match because of the high stakes stipulation at the pay-per-view last night, but Sammy Guevara is hurt. So it has to be a 4-on-1 match. Tony Deppen taking on LAX, Roosh, Selena De La Renta, Santina, and Ortiz. In a bout that had subpar wrestling, little heat, LAX defeated Tony Deppen in this handicap match at 8 minutes when Selena De La Renta got the pin on Tony Deppen with the booty call. Apparently that's her finish. That's what the game says anyway. I've never seen it, but Selena De La Renta pretty low here. Pretty low. She's not primarily a wrestler, so I'm happy with the 61. This is the final blow off for the big feud between the Collectors and LAX. Obviously, LAX won the stipulation where they got to take on Tony Deppen because he was the one that, kidnapped Selena De La Renta and started this whole 2-3 month story that they were on. So in the end, LAX got the win and they embarrassed Tony Deppen. So good on them. And good on Selena De La Renta. She got the finish there. So Seth Rollins finds Pete Dunne backstage. By the way, before we get into this, I had to change this because I already had everything typed up where Seth Rollins won last night, and he came up apologizing to Pete Dunne. But yeah, as you saw, I had to redo this because Pete Dunne is now our Iron Man champion. Okay, so Seth Rollins finds Pete Dunne backstage, telling him that he hates to be that guy. But he looked back at their match last night because he knew his foot was on the bottom rope in time, but the ref just missed it. So he thinks he should still be the champion. Pete Dunne tells Rollins that he isn't about to let him ruin his great win. Rollins swears up and down that he isn't lying and says that they need to go tell management ASAP so they can reverse the decision. Pete Dunne shoves Rollins into the wall and walks off, telling him, "Stop being a sore loser." So yeah, we're gonna go down the route where Seth Rollins actually did have his foot on the bottom rope, but the ref just missed it. So technically Seth Rollins should be the Iron Man champion still, but didn't happen. Segment rating 84, pretty good here. Rollins did a masterful job improvising. I'll take that. So yeah, it was a rewrite, but it worked out, I think. Up next, we have a big tag team match, the Gorillas of Destiny versus The Club. In a bout that had a decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling, The Club defeated G.O.D. in 11 minutes and 18 seconds when Gallows pinned Tonga Lua by using the ropes for leverage. Got a cheap win here. Gallows and Anderson roll out of the ring smiling as Tonga can't believe that they got screwed over tonight. He nods at them as if to say, "Okay, you got me this time." So, yeah, we had a little stim a couple weeks ago where Gallows and Anderson gave a little nod to G.O.D. when they were involved with the Dream Team. So this match just, popped up in the middle of nowhere and we have a cheap finish. So maybe we're going to see where this goes. Segment rating 67, not very great. Man, G.O.D. didn't even get in the 60s.
Pretty surprising.
Yeah, it is surprising. Man, yeah,
That's rough.
I expected more here, but either way, maybe we'll get some more in the future. The Club get a big win here in the tag team division. Yeah, this is bad here. 55
Wow.
segment rating. Man, they were scoring good ratings early. Let's see what happened here. Josh Barnett and CZW's newest signee, Josh Woods, are seen backstage. Barnett says that Owens cannot hide forever because the fight will be brought to him sooner than he thinks. Yeah, Josh Woods made his debut at the pay-per-view last night by running in and shoving Owens back into the ring to get attacked by Barnett. But the Fight Owens fight storyline has lost heat, and a lot of it apparently. Not good. Barnett struggled going off script.
Probably did worse because he didn't include Kevin Owens in the segment.
Yeah, he was like part of it, but off screen because he was being talked about. But yeah, if he was on screen, it probably would have been better. Next up, we have the tag team titles on the line, the brand new champions. Let's see if they can hold them for longer than a single day. FTR taking on the Regime. In a good match, FTR did defeat the Regime in 10 minutes when Dax Harwood pinned Rusev when Cody Rhodes runs in attacking MJF at ringside. The distraction caused Rusev to eat a big rig finisher from FTR. FTR makes defense number 1 for the tag team title. So Cody Rhodes is not happy about how things went down. Oh God, at the desk, Corey Graves was weak. Good job. Glad you're back, Corey. Glad you're back, bud. 79, really strong match out of these guys. Really happy about this. Man, Braun Strowman had an 83 in-ring performance. Holy shit. Yeah, Cash Wheeler did really good too. So overall, really good match here. We're gonna see a couple stories. The Regime attempt at power and the new champions, new contenders, both advanced here. So the new champs are still the champs going forward. Good defense here for number one. Next up in our main event, Randy Orton taking on Switchblade Jay White. In a good match, Randy Orton defeated Switchblade Jay White 12 minutes, 37 seconds with pinfall after a running punt to the head. He didn't finish him with the RKO, folks. He punted him directly in the head, making a statement. Randy Orton gets the win on Evolution, segment rating of 80. Awesome match here. Randy Orton got an 83. Jay White got a 64. Not great. Corey Graves sucked on the desk again. That's good. So yeah, Randy Orton back-to-back wins against a couple Bullet Club guys, couple NWO rip-off smarks as he called them.
Wow, it's like you're using the storyline of hating New Japan guys.
But one was Canadian, the other one I don't know what Jay White is. He's got
so you're doing nationality.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Wow, that's a twist. That's a way to get away with it.
Yeah, no, I'm saying it doesn't have anything to do with their nationality. Yeah.
Not just
Warden does not like.
And hey, Switchblade Jay White approached Randy Orton, so Randy Orton was not looking for this fight. It just came.
I got enough
to him.
people stealing my ideas in the real world. I don't need.
What are you talking? How is the world? This ain't no. Get out of here. Get out of here. All right. So this was the main event, but we haven't heard from Darby Allin just yet. So Darby Allin and Finn Balor are seen somewhere under an overpass. Yes, this is not in the arena, folks. The only light present is from a burn barrel that's directly in front of them. Darby Allin doesn't take his eyes off the flames as he speaks. All right, this is his words. Here we go. From day one, I set out to embrace the darkness. You were in my path.
Darby Allin love story?
You were in my path. You were my final obstacle. Then you took me under your wing to teach me your ways, but all you did was make this about you. You became the champion. You became the leader. You didn't help me, Undertaker. You betrayed me. What happened last night wasn't Balor and I turning on you. It was us righting the wrong. The unwanted aren't, you are. My goal has always been the same. The darkness will take over, and when it does, no one stands a chance, not even a dead man. The flame of the burn barrel slowly dwindles down, leaving the screen in total darkness as the show comes to a close. So there we go. That is the word straight from the mouth of Darby Allin. This gets a segment rating of 100. Apparently, it went over rather well. So what do you guys think about Darby Allin making a little switch here, saying that Undertaker is the bad guy?
Yeah, kick that druggie's ass.
God damn it. It's pain pills. It's not like hardcore drugs or anything.
I was like to say, Tigress call this rigged.
The what?
Oh, you getting 100 is rigged.
Oh, well, I mean, it's not my fault. My guys are fucking great.
I'm sure what's pulling the 100, Darby or Finn?
Definitely Darby.
Segment one of those two are in together.
They're both
pretty high.
They're both all bonuses, so I don't know. Whoa! What is this?
What the hell?
Overall rating of 67? What just happened?
Too many non-wrestling segments.
Too many non-wrestling segments.
Ooh.
I guess that is what it is. Yeah. The fans were annoyed at the amount of non-wrestling segments that they had to sit through.
And your music sucks.
Yes, and my music's terrible. Wow. So CZW with a blunder here.
Out of nowhere.
After a great fucking show, dude. Wow, what a great show. We had 100 to start, 100 to end. We had an 80 main event, and what in the world?
Wasn't Josh Woods only in one segment?
Josh Woods was in one segment, yeah.
Josh Woods was used too much, says the note.
Oh, well, shit. He is super...
Like a 10-minute segment, or what?
He was super low popularity, so that might be probably what it is.
Wow.
All right, well, goddamn.
It's up for the taking, everyone.
Look at that. This show lost popularity in 29 regions.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, well.
Brutal.
Yeah, let's
Oh, more
see.
decisions.
Let's see what numbers we got. Show rating, obviously bad, 67,
Whoa.
13,000. TV rating of 1.09, which is like super, super low. Like way
Holy
lower than.
almighty.
smokes.
Oh my God. What CZW took a major, major hit this week.
What the hell? You guys
This is
took a
like your
big
worst
one.
show in a while.
Yeah, Raw beat us on everything. Well, except for the attendance, but they had to sell out. Main event was King Corbin defeated Hernandez. That's funny.
I'd
But
watch that.
yeah. So
Corbin
man,
won their Rumble. Yeah.
even Raw beat us this week. That's bad. Let's see what this decision is. Corey incident. Oh my God, Corey Graves just got back.
Back one episode.
Are you kidding me? Painkiller. Oh my God,
You gotta fire his ass.
dude. He just got back from rehab.
He killed your show, dude.
Back.
Yeah, he performed
let
bad
him
on the
go.
show. All right,
Time.
he gets one. This is his final fucking
Oh.
straw. He is being suspended. If he comes back and pops again, this motherfucker is fired.
Oh, you're so nice.
You heard it here, folks.
There it is. Corey Graves is happy. Oh, good, so he can go home and just fucking
Yeah, he's like, hell yeah, I'm gonna hang out with Carmella.
yeah.
Is it my turn now?
No, I gotta do the talent swap. This is the Ember Moon in exchange for Frank Kazarian. Accepted. Here we
The
go.
boys.
I'm gonna have to change that picture.
Yeah. We're gonna bring him in as a couple faces. We're gonna bring him in as some faces. We have signed the boys to CZW.
Oh.
Your turn, Luke. Most
forgot all
entertaining
about
wrestler in the world.
Eh,
Oh. Ring of Honor.
$25K a month. You got Nick
Yo,
Aldis.
We finally
Pacheco,
have a
and
new
Darby
guy we
Allin.
can put in the main event.
Can you though?
God.
And Evil Ace. Okay, wow, there you go. Two
Ah.
quick signings for CZW and Ring of Honor.
Bomber, didn't you say you're gonna cut a bunch of people?
I'm going to job them out until they until they leave.
You're horrible.
What? That's how you run a wrestling company.
Not
You
if you
gotta put-
respect them.
You gotta put people over. Nah, you gotta put people over. Same as Jake,
Just
Dave
pick
Chris did.
one. Luke. Thank you.
Go for it.
We need to see who's doing drugs and going to rehab now.
No
Come
one
on.
does drugs in MWA, goddammit.
Let's see
We
what
are
happens.
clean. All right.
We'll see. That's famous last words.
Clean like that Ricky Starks and fucking Bram.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm
Go.
hoping for a karaoke contest.
Okay, we'll see.
Oh, we got a karaoke
Suzuki
contest.
doing
I just know it.
karaoke, please.
I just know it.
Oh,
Minoru Suzuki gave the locker room a lift when he provided a crate of free drinks for everyone. Hey-o.
free drinks for
Close enough.
Sonata's karaoke contest.
Yeah, let's see. It's not a help create a
Oh
fun,
my
relaxed
God.
atmosphere, but this guy
my
karaoke
God.
machine. It's trying to get a proper
Are you
pre-show
kidding
competition.
me?
His medley of power ballads apparently stole the show. Snot has a people first personality. Is girly pleased. I
you
know my
kidding me?
roster.
You actually called
I know my
Oh my
roster.
God.
Welcome everybody to the Thursday night edition of Midwest Mayhem. Starting off our February here, episode 1. We had a huge pay-per-view at KS in the Capitol. We're now moving on to our February pay-per-view, Heart of a Champion. Looking forward to that. We're starting off this month with a pre-show match in which we see Ross Von Erich defeating Ethan Carter III by nefarious means, if you will. Hitting the old low blow when the ref wasn't looking and rolls him up. Gets the pin. Pretty good segment rating for the pre-show out of the Von Erich here. Little sad to see dummy money on the pre-show, but hey, they got to get a win if they want to move up.
Mm-hmm.
Up next, we see
Wow, you spent no
Yeah.
time with this, huh?
right out the gate our
Yeah.
two newest signees. We want to see what they got.
Okay.
I did not decide who won this, so I'm just as curious as all of you. In a pre-show bout that had a decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling, Jordan Grace defeated Ember Moon in 10 minutes by pinfall with a fall from Grace. Looks like these women, Jordan Grace got a 44, Ember Moon got a 48. Jordan Grace debuted her old school gimmick and has got an initial rating of awful. Ember Moon, on the other hand, has a mysterious gimmick. That sounds stupid. And it's got an initial rating of very good. So yeah, we'll have to tweak Jordan Grace there.
Yeah, they did better than the guys.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah, we can always work with it. All right, we start off the show with the 3 members of Catchpoint 2.0 standing in the ring with their I don't know how you call it, like the boxer kind of entrance robes on with the hoods over their head.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
They all got Catchpoint 2.0 written on the back. Daniel Bryan takes a mic and he starts running down why he did what he did. He said, "The second I lost that Mayhem title, I knew the only way was up for me in this company. And the biggest threat in this company was Brock Lesnar. So he wanted to be the one to take Brock Lesnar out. He wanted to make his name be MWA and not Brock Lesnar. So he went for the biggest target that was possible, and he took him out.
Well, he found him.
Yeah, he found him all right, and it just happened to be at the worst possible time for Brock Lesnar. So look forward to wondering when Brock Lesnar shows up again, because he was not there for this segment. Where is he at?
He's probably
Yeah,
gonna
pretty
murder
fucked up.
somebody though.
That is possible. We have seen that before. When Sami Callihan beat him up. Following that, we had a big 3 versus 3 tag team match in which the person who defeated Daniel Bryan came out with the rest of the Calla clan to face the New Day. And about that had great heat and good wrestling. New Day's Kofi Kingston, Big E, and Xavier Woods defeated Calla clan in 15 minutes when Kofi Kingston pinned Taya Valkyrie with an SOS. In terms of in-ring work, Sami Callihan was head and shoulders above everybody else.
Calla Clan takes the loss.
Yeah.
Man, Valkyrie having a terrible night. She's got new women showing up on her roster, and she takes the pin.
Her like throne of womanness is being shaken to the core.
She's gonna have to fucking do something about it.
Shit, Sami Callihan got an 89.
Oh goddamn, yeah.
Oh my god,
That's great.
that's like as good as my main eventers.
Brian Cage got a 74, which I think like that's a lot high. That's a lot higher than he's been getting.
Kofi got a 73. He doesn't usually do that well.
Yeah, overall, just really good here.
This is my last minute match I threw together because I needed 10 minutes.
Like
in a superb match, in a superb match, Jay Briscoe defeated Ray Phoenix in 10 minutes by pinfall with a double underhook pile driver. That's a cool finisher. Briscoe with the 67, and Phoenix, as we know, kills it. Brought it with an 84.
The J Driller.
Is that what it's called?
Cool ass move.
I didn't know it was called that. I'm learning still, folks.
Still, for a match that was added last second, this is pretty well.
Hell yeah. All right. Let's see if anything comes from this. Pentagon Jr. comes out to he gets right in the face of Jay Briscoe after watching his brother get beat down, only for him to be struck from behind by a kendo stick from Mark Briscoe. So we see a little brotherly tension between these two, with the Briscoes clearing the ring of all signs of the Lucha Brothers. A little smack talk starts going on here, and we'll see if this forms into anything. Segment already at 66. That's okay. I didn't really know what to expect with them on the microphone.
Out of these guys, I feel like it's pretty solid. That's decent.
We have seen Pentagon and Ray pull out some big scores out of this before.
Oh, okay.
But this does say he struggled going off script. So okay, we find the New Day backstage at catering, celebrating, popping champagne bottles. They're like, hell yeah, we got our first win as a team. But Sami Callihan, the Calla clan, come up and they're like, hey, that was bullshit. You got a lucky fucking win. But out of nowhere, sitting just beyond them at a table, is the Samoan Dynasty. And they get up from their table and they go, hey, we're trying to have a nice fucking meal right here. You don't shut the fuck up.
Oh my god.
We're going to take that title off you.
Whatever happened to the one F-bomb on MWA? That's changed apparently.
FX was like, hey, you're doing such a good job. Start throwing them.
Just start throwing them out, huh? Okay.
Yeah. So the Usos start getting in their face and say, you need to learn some respect, boy, right in Sami Callihan's face. And Sami Callihan's like, I'll do whatever the fuck I want. And so they start throwing jabs at each other. And meanwhile, the New Day, they're off to the side and they just slowly slink away. And they're like, hey, we're just going to take our W and leave, fellas. And they walk away. And Fatu and Callihan, they get right in each other's face before Callihan backs down like the kind of bitch he is. He leaves. So we got some tension right here between the Dynasty and the Calla clan. We'll see what this builds into.
More title feud, more faction feuds. I mean,
yeah. And the Usos are the current tag team champions. Don't forget.
That's true. Fatu, man, you got to get that, change that gimmick up.
Yeah, I might have to tweak it.
Yeah, yep.
So at the pay-per-view, we saw Buddy Murphy introduce the Murphy Open Challenge, and he is continuing that trend. And he might have bit off more than he could chew with this Open Challenge. He said, anybody who wants to come out, come on out. And the man who took the pin at the main event answered the challenge, and Kazuchika Okada defeated Buddy Murphy in 13 minutes 28 seconds with, I wish Tigress was here to say it, a Rainmaker.
The Rainmaker.
It's not the same.
I ain't doing it.
So this is kind of like a double storyline going on. You got Okada, who's been feuding with Will Ospreay a long time, and he kind of gets a little bit of revenge on the Dragons by taking out Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
But this will not be the end of the Murphy Open Challenge, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, you've all been waiting for it. I know it, even though you haven't said it. We start with the debut of Bully Ray in in-ring competition. And about the head good heat and decent wrestling. Bully Ray defeated PCO in 10 minutes and 5 seconds by pinfall with a bully cutter. This is a wild brawl match. That's how we booked it. And it turned out okay. I
Yeah.
will not say better than that. I will not say worse than that. Okay for having two old fucks in a ring together.
They got a 65, and both guys got a 51 and a 59, so I'd say it's pretty good.
Yeah, announcing's been doing pretty well tonight. I'm happy to see that. Yeah, so Bully Ray pulling out a 59 in a wild brawl match, folks. We'll have to see how he does in just a regular match. Kind of still testing the waters with him. But yeah, I'm okay with this. So following this match, we have Bully Ray grab a microphone as he has his foot on the head of PCO still. And he says, CM Punk, you get your bitch ass out here right now. CM Punk comes out to the stage as Nick Gage comes from the crowd and joins Bully Ray in the ring. He says, CM Punk, I want you to know that you have never been the world's fucking greatest. I may not be the world's fucking greatest, but I know I kick your fucking ass any day of the week. Yep, we threw another fuck in there. And I'm here to show you that this man right here is the only man who can take my place when I retire in 3 months. And that's Nick Gage. So Bully Ray is on his retirement tour, and he's trying to take CM Punk out with him before he retires.
Okay.
Kind of, what do we call this? Cutting off loose ends, tying off loose ends before he's all done.
And Nick Gage is, I guess he's got his back, I guess. Is that what's going on here?
He is the prodigal son, if you will.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Bully Ray is like
going to pass the torch to him.
Yes, that's the phrase, pass the torch.
There you go.
Nick Gage had the opportunity with Mick Foley. He's like, fuck that, I don't want Mick Foley. I want Bully fucking Ray.
Okay.
Which, I mean, I guess that's kind of opinions there. I would go Mick Foley myself, but he went Bully Ray. Following that, we had a match between MDK and Marty Scurll in a match that did pretty damn well considering Joey Janela's in-ring score. About that great heat and good wrestling, Marty Scurll defeated Joey Janela in 11 minutes 53 seconds by pinfall with a graduation. Marty Scurll killing it with an 81. Joey Janela doing okay with a 58. Joey Janela usually does better than that, but I think that's when I book him in high spots matches, so that might be why. Pulled out a 77, which is more than fine. More than fine than I was.
That's got to be Joey's best match, I think.
It's possible. He had a pretty good match against Ray Phoenix once, I believe. I'll have to double check that. But yeah, it's just MDK versus good old Modern Punks, and Modern Punks got the win this time around. Oh my God, there's so much going on with this storyline. Fucking Bram comes out. He was originally helping PCO, recover after his big beatdown. When all of a sudden he turns on Marty Scurll. Say, what? This turned out horribly. But I needed to turn him heel one way or the other.
Crowd's like, wait a minute. We just had a turn not long ago.
I don't even care. I needed him heel. He was doing horribly as a face anyways.
That's fine.
And I got a 75. I'm fine with it. Thank you, Bram. You're now heel.
That's
you're no longer the Modern Punks.
That's got to be Bram's best segment.
Yes. So we just had to bite the bullet on that. And segment-wise, it turned out better than I could have hoped. We'll see how this works out for Bram in the long term. But no indication if he's with the MDK or not. But he's just no longer with the Punks. He got pissed off from being beat down by the Punks last month, and this is kind of him lashing out at Modern Punks not being able to protect him.
Okay.
We got the Dragons coming down to the ring, strutting their stuff. No one else is in the ring, like everything else is cleaned up. We had a commercial break. The Dragons come on down, strutting their stuff. They grab the microphone, and it's basically just a big old ego fest of Will Ospreay. You know, he's strutting the stuff, saying like, "Look who's the new MW heavyweight champion. You know, I'm the baddest motherfucker in town. I'm the best champion in this whole freaking TEW series." Yeah, he broke kayfabe. But
Excuse about to say lies.
I beat Brock Lesnar.
Christ,
I beat
okay.
Kazuchika Okada. What are you gonna do? Nothing, because I'm the fucking best.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes like, "Who the hell is Pac even? I don't know that guy."
God.
Yeah. So yeah, he's just strutting the stuff around his mouth and announces that he's having a tag match tonight with Whole Boy Suzuki against Evil and Sonata. In about the head great heat and good wrestling, Ospreay and Suzuki defeated Evil and Sonata in 14 minutes 50 seconds when Will Ospreay pinned Sonata after using a foreign object. In terms of in-ring work, Will Ospreay was head and shoulders above everyone else. What do you expect? He's a champion. Minoru Suzuki was the weak link, struggling to keep up with everyone else's in-ring performance. I'm curious to see how Evil did. 66. That's a little better than I've seen him. That's a little worse than I've seen him.
I think Suzuki was the weak one.
I know. I'm always curious to see how Evil does. He's the wild card. Suzuki getting 50s. It's kind of expected. It's not a wild brawl, which is his specialty. Evil, I really don't know what is his match specialty because I've tried everything for him. But this was a storyline match, and Sonata with 74. Happy to see that. And of course, Will Ospreay 89. Beautiful. Segment rating 82. Can't complain about that for my main event.
Yeah, no, can't. Not at all. That's absolutely fantastic.
Whoa!
82.
Yeah!
God damn.
Was right.
Hell yeah.
We
I didn't have
basically-
Stone
we-
Cold on that show.
We swapped. We basically swapped scores here.
And I didn't use Stone Cold. That is incredible.
Yeah, no. This was
Gonna have really good shows while Bomber has a horrible show.
Yeah, no, this worked out great. I mean, this is by far, I think, your strongest. Without even looking at the overall rating from all your segments, this has got to be like your strongest show, like to date. So
I think 84 is my highest ever.
you got an 84 before? Wow,
I don't know if that was a pay-per-view or a TV show.
Yeah, well, we'll take a look at it in the breakdown, but that's really good, man. That is a really good show.
To kick off Ring of Honor this week, we have a pretty stacked pre-show as Ray Horus and Mark Andrews face off. Andrews defeating Horus with a dragon suplex. 54. Horus was at one point gonna be the golden child, but over time it seems that he hasn't been able to get those wins, hasn't been able to pull off what he needs, and he falls short to Mark Andrews here tonight, who's been trying to break out as of late. 54, Andrews with the 58, and Horus with a 47. Next up, in a pretty bad match, I gave two women a chance to showcase themselves, I guess, and I kind of regret that. As Bea Priestley defeats Tainara Conti in 7 minutes by pinfall. 41 rating. Yeah, it seems that the only good thing in this was announcing and color commentary. So,
Yeah,
fuck. That's rough. You hate to see it.
yeah, hate to see it.
Priestley, who keeps seeming to almost injure someone in every match he's in, doesn't injure someone. Yay! Go Bea, you're making improvement.
That's a plus.
All right.
Did you make her go to your dojo?
I did put her in that. Yes, I did. I need her to be a bit safer, you know. In a technical masterclass, pre-show bout that had good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd. New six-man champion Jonathan Gresham defeats Trent Beretta in 18 minutes by pinfall with a spike pile driver. Beretta had the better performance than Gresham, which surprises me, pulling a 68. This had a nice rating, and announcing helps as usual. Gresham gets a win with his new title in hand. Best Friends did fail to win the tag titles, so yikes.
Man, Best Friends just struggling over here in Ring of Honor.
Yeah, I mean, Trent's been doing pretty good solo, but now he's having a bit of a hard time.
Now he
To
can't
see what
even win
happens
on the
with him.
pre-show. He can't even win on the pre-show.
I mean, to be fair, it is a six-man champion. You
Okay.
have to do a bit more than the basic, but hey. And in our pre-show main event, a bout that had subpar wrestling and very little heat, Alex Zane defeats Flash Morgan Webster in 7 minutes by pinfall with the Taco Driver. It just doesn't say it there. They both had a 48, which isn't that bad actually, but the segment pulled a 47, so that's kind of bad. Announcing and color commentary helps as usual. Alex Zane, Ring of Honor's top prospect of 2021, picking up the win here.
Hey, he's on a roll.
And in a segment that did way better than I thought it would, in all honesty, Alex Zane announces that he will use his top prospect win to challenge Shinsuke Nakamura for the TV title next week on Battlefield. Nakamura comes out and simply pats his title as the two lock eyes and stare down. This had an 85. Wow.
That's pretty.
It's gonna be a slaughter next week.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be about a squash match. Oh my lord. But
Let's
hey,
get the ambulance truck.
but
yeah,
hey,
Nakamura's probably just gonna kill a man.
good segment
but-
right in here though.
It could have used better color commentary, but other than that, wow. Thanks, guys. This was pretty damn good. I love my company, even if it doesn't love me. Alright. Next up, to kick off the show, we have Tetsuya Naito, the brand new Ring of Honor World Champion, coming out, having a bit of a title celebration, you know. He's the man to dethrone Jon Moxley after so long, and after failed attempts in the past against Moxley, he finally took the belt off of him. Jon Moxley comes out telling him, you know, good job, Naito, good job. You defeated me. But Moxley's record over Naito is 2-1. So perhaps they should have another match and see how that goes. Before Naito can respond, however, Hiroshi Tanahashi comes out. You know, he defeated Naito on our last pay-per-view of Season 1 and wants to stake a claim for the belt. Naito, though, doesn't seem to be interested as he has beaten Tanahashi in the past. Of course, Tanahashi coming out leads to a brand new six-man champion, Moose, appearing. Moose shows up, you know, saying how Tanahashi and Moxley both had their chances and failed. And perhaps it's time he fights Naito. First time match. Before much else can happen, Tetsuya and Naito suggest they all face off with one another later in the night. This had an 89 rating. I'm very happy with it. Performance was good from pretty much everyone, and they all had some really good heat going on, so that's always a plus. And we now have our main event of Tanahashi versus Moxley versus Moose. Next up, in a rematch from Battlefield a couple weeks ago, TH2 defeat 10 Cozy. Evans this time rolling up Kojima with the backslide. Satoshi caught off guard and not able to kick out. 56 rating. As usual, Jack Evans seems to be head and shoulders above these guys, which always surprises me. Kojima just failed at getting the TV title, while Tenzin got a minor win over Sabian. But it's TH2 who has the last laugh here tonight.
Man, I'm actually this 10 Cozy guys. They're always in the thick of it. I'm surprised that they're featured this much in Ring of Honor.
Hey man, they're just some old guys that want to prove that, you know, they're more than just old guys, that they still have that fire they did 10 years ago.
Okay, well, don't you talk shit about Undertaker ever again. Just pointing that out. Okay, continue.
Hey, he's your world champion. Tenzin's not mine, okay?
You're right. You're right. You're right. Tenzin can't fucking hold a damn fucking candle to Undertaker. Yeah, that's Undertaker calling you fucking gonna take you down to the fucking graveyard.
Yeah, you want to trade Moxley and Taker for one match and one match only. Tenzin versus Taker.
Oh my god.
They both do tombstones.
Whose hips will fucking shatter first?
Who can actually lift their opponent?
Yep.
Yeah, but there we go.
Yes, I'll take that trade.
Next up, in a freestyle segment, Karrion Kross is backstage, you know, pissed off as usual at everything in life. Scarlet Bordeaux with him. The Fiend nowhere to be seen. Before he bumped into John Cone. John Cone acts like they're friends, even though Cross could care less and probably wants to murder him. Before Cone basically tells Cross, hey, you did me a favor beating up Morrison at our pay-per-view. So in return, that world title contender match later in the night, you're gonna be in it. And it is now a fatal 4-way. Nice rating, and Cross did pretty well getting to improvise, and Scarlett helps as usual. So our new main event is Karrion Kross, Jon Moxley, Hiroshi Tanahashi,
Wow.
and Moose.
Wow. John Cone get involved in everything here.
He's a big personality backstage now after that one incident that we do not talk about. All right, next up, non-title match here. As in a bout that had good heat and decent wrestling, Reed Dragon defeat the Time Splitters in 17 minutes when Kyle pins Alex after chasing the Dragon. A 68 rating here. Kyle has the best performance. Good for him. Good for him. Kushida and Fish seemed off their game though, so that probably hurt them in the long run. But the tag team champions getting a win over the now former 6-man champions.
Yeah.
In a bout that had great heat, good wrestling. Gargano and Page and their new team have a rematch with Miz and Morrison from a couple weeks ago. Gargano pinning Morrison with a Hurts Donuts. Morrison was the weak link, to my surprise, struggling to keep up. 68 rating. Like I said, I can't seem to get a hold of how to figure out to turn Gargano and LeRae face. So if anyone
Maybe
could so
changing your
kindly,
gimmick.
probably, yeah. But if somebody could tell me in the comments how to, that would be greatly appreciated. But announcing helped, and the match was considered a bit too short. Ow.
Yeah.
Okay.
This could be a pretty big team here with Gargano and Hangman.
I mean,
Could
they're
be some-
75, 74, so they're having some pretty good matches as well.
Yeah, it could be some serious contenders in the future.
Maybe.
It's another moment of bliss. Alexa in her cast from her surgery that she had about a week or two ago now. She has Nikki Cross with her as they talk about what recently happened at New Horizons. Bliss reveals that she will be cleared for the pay-per-view and that she does want a shot at Tony in some capacity. Tony comes out saying that whenever Alexa wants a turn, she will gladly beat her. Before Rhea Ripley comes out, scolding Nikki Cross for costing her a chance at getting her title back. As Tony then says if Rhea wants to fight her, she'll go right here, right now.
Oh.
Title won't be on the line though, as she is open to fight. The two then proceed to brawl as we head into their match. 59 rating. Nikki and Rhea don't do well without scripts apparently, so I'm going to need to remember that. Tony and Alexa do great without scripts, so that's always nice. In a bout that had good heat and decent wrestling, Rhea Ripley defeats Tony Storm by pinfall in nearly 12 minutes. 64 segment rating, with Rhea pulling a 64 and Tony getting a 58. Rhea just defeated the Women of Honor champion. Wow. She, title wasn't on the line, but she might have just proved her point that given another chance, she could get her title back in the future.
It's going to be interesting, though, with Bliss coming back.
Yeah, she
We'll
comes
see.
back in, I believe, now 13 days. So she'd be back by our week 3 episode, I believe.
All right.
We have an announcement. We go backstage with John Cone, interviewer Alicia Tout, who kind of has had a rough time since coming, and probably our main backstage personality, Chris Sabin, who does all the behind-the-scenes stuff. As they then share with us that next week, they will be having a Call Your Shot Battle Royal. It is open to all genders, and the winner will be able to challenge for any title of their choosing. 39 rating. Alicia and Chris did pretty well getting to improvise and go off script, but they couldn't pull the rating. I'm not sure what went wrong here.
John Cone. Rhea Ripley could win and go for the world title.
Yeah, she
Naito?
could if she wanted to.
Shit.
It's open to everyone.
Oh, man.
The tag champs could go in and try and make a claim for the world title. Kylie fucking Ray
Oh.
could come in and maybe try to go for the 6-man titles. You never know what can happen in these types of things.
Okay.
And in our main event, the Fatal 4-Way, we've been hyping up a good chunk of the day. In a superb match, Hiroshi Tanahashi defeats Jon Moxley, Moose, and Cross when Tanahashi pinned Moose with the high fly flow. 76 rating, Jon Moxley, as usual, standing out and carrying the match.
95. 95.
Yeah, compared to everyone else, that's pretty damn good.
Moose, of course, number 2. Out of everybody involved in this match, Moose is number 2.
A bit surprised Cross did better than Tanahashi here.
Yeah.
69 to 68.
Yeah.
But Moxley benefited from having a groundswell of public support, so that's good.
Man, so
Tanahashi defeats Moose.
what does this mean?
And go. Means that he could have a valid claim to the world title now. This was a number 1 contenders match after all.
Okay. All right. So we have a contender here. We could have multiple contenders with
see
that
how that
battle
goes.
royal.
They could potentially make that a multi-man match for all we know. We'll have to see what happens.
Oh, shit.
That is the end of our show. Or so we thought that would be the end of our show. Right after that, though, Tanahashi standing tall. Naito comes out as the two kind of stare down before Moose, Lethal, and Gresham all ambush them. They beat them down as then Jon Moxley comes in to try and save the day before the lights go out. And here comes Bray Wyatt. The Fiend has arrived as Moxley slowly turns around before getting put into the mandible claw.
Oh,
the Fiend
shit.
seemingly having found his next target as he and Cross stand above everyone else to end the show. 78 rating. Very happy with this, even though Moose did look a bit lost and the segment went on a bit too long. But this did pretty well, and I'm happy with that, you know? So,
Wow.
hey, what can I say?
Okay, so we got a Bray Wyatt and Jon Moxley feud going. The Fiend.
Nice.
Wow. Okay.
Going for him now. The Fiend has been warning us that he would be coming back, and it looks like he has. Overall show rating 76.
Yeah, that's
Sick,
pretty
man.
solid.
I'm pretty happy with that. We didn't go down anywhere. We just increased in 14 regions, which is always nice. So from the look of this, my best segment, the 2 top segments were Zayn announcing he'll fight Nakamura and Naito in the opening of the show.
Yeah.
So overall, a pretty standard episode of Battlefield this week with really like low forgettable ratings, and then the opening and the main event being like the top of the show. So hey, what can I say?
Yeah, that's
Pretty satisfied with this. Another good week, even though our rating is the exact same as our pay-per-view.
All right, so let's look at the ratings here, starting with Midwest Mayhem, 82, Sellout, 6,900, 2.50. That is an increase, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is, wow, 1.8 mil. Good shit there. Let's see how Ring of Honor did. Whew. A little bit
Damn.
lower rating, 2.30, 1.7. I think that's still up from last week, though, from your last TV.
I believe it is,
76. Still, over both shows, solid shows, both companies this week.
Did beat me on attendance, but I had a sellout.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saturday Night Slam begins with a big King's coronation. You got Pac. You got a big, King's court. You got a throne where Pac's sitting on it. Crown on his head. King of Slam title on his shoulder. And he's making Chad Gable fan him. And basically he starts bragging, saying that he did everything he said he was going to do, including become the new King of Slam champion. He continues to brag and brag and brag. But then Kurt Angle shows up, and he's saying that he's had enough of Pac, and he wants to fix the mistake he made. And then he looks over to Chad Gable and apologizes to him for getting him pulled into this mess to begin with. But Pac laughs it off and says basically that he's grown bored of dealing with Kurt Angle all this time and wants to move on. But then Kurt begs for one last chance, and then if he fails, then he'll be done. Oh, and then Pac thinks about it but says, you know what? No, I'm not going to hand you a shot. Next week, I'm going to make you earn it.
Mm-hmm.
Old Kurt Angle still going for titles.
Well, it's not about the title. It's about freeing Chad Gable.
Oh yeah, but oh no, I haven't get a title shot too.
Alright, following that in our opening match, we had Tyler Bate facing Eric. I've got a good heat of decent wrestling. Tyler Bate got the win over Eric in 7 minutes and 40 seconds by pinfall with a roll-up.
Oh, we got a roll-up. Tyler Bate. I haven't seen him in a while. Good to see that Mustache Mountain's still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a minute since we've seen them. Tigress, if you ever don't want to have Mustache Mountain anymore, me up. I'm pretty interested.
I'd forgotten all about him.
Poor Kurt Hawkins, who's been, so lost and alone since Zack Ryder left. He's just depressed, not knowing what to do. But then suddenly, Tennille Dashwood walks into frame. And she sits next to him and comforts him, basically.
Okay.
Yep.
You see Kurt Hawkins is still getting some action.
A match that I thought would do better. In a decent match, Riho defeated Sonya Deville in 9 minutes and 21 seconds by pinfall when Sonya Deville tried to lock in her triangle armbar and Riho reversed it into a roll-up.
Yeah, Sonya Deville did outperformed Riho here.
Slam Training Ground has done wonders for her. Austin Theory comes out, and he's very happy to announce that while he has gone nowhere on his own since signing the Slam, he's basically said, you know what? Maybe it's because I've been doing it alone, and it says, I'm going to get some assistance. And out comes Paige. And basically, Austin Theory makes it clear that Paige will be his new manager, and she will guide him to success.
She's going to guide him, huh?
Yep, whatever that means. Basically, Samoa Joe is backstage, and he's talking smack about Keith Lee, and basically saying that Keith Lee got lucky that it didn't draw, because he was going to make Keith Lee go to sleep.
I was wondering if it was going to end with at the pay-per-view there, so it looks like they're going to keep this going.
Yeah.
Imagine these guys as
That would be a pretty crazy team.
a lot of meat.
A lot of meat. And about that had great heat and decent wrestling. Tessa Blanchard defeated Mia Yim in 10 minutes and 22 seconds by pinfall with the Purge.
Oh my God. Mia Yim taking another loss. Good match, though.
Yes. From the demon-possessed Tessa Blanchard. And 70 rating.
Gimmick's still getting stale.
Yeah, her being possessed by a demon is getting stale. And then following that, we have a video package of our new Intercontinental Champion, Walter.
Not bad.
74 rating. And about that had great heat and good wrestling. The Kabuki Warriors, Io Shirai and Kairi Sane defeated Bayley and Charlotte in 11 minutes and 39 seconds when Io Shirai pinned Charlotte with a moonsault after there's had been a bad miscommunication with Bayley, who accidentally clotheslined Charlotte when trying to clothesline Io. 62 rating. I thought this would be better, honestly.
Yeah, I figured this would be a lot better than 62.
Elias was walking backstage playing his guitar where he stumbled upon a genie bottle.
Mm-hmm.
So he picks it up, rubs it, and then out comes Yuka Sakazaki.
Excuse me?
She just pops out of the fucking genie
Yeah,
bottle.
She's a genie.
She is a genie.
And Elias smiles and he's like, "Oh, I will take advantage of this." And he tells Yuka to follow him, and they walk away together while he holds that bottle in his hand.
Oh, wow. Elias has got a genie in his pocket. That could be interesting. Get him 3 wishes.
Yep. In a superb match, Cesaro defeated Nick Jackson in 14 minutes and 27 seconds by pinfall with the neutralizer. Nick Jackson, one half of the tag team champions.
Yeah, he had a good
So what could
performance.
this mean? Who knows?
Yeah, you don't see the Young Bucks in solo action that often. That's pretty cool.
Nope. And next, Chris Jericho comes out and basically says that he realizes that he's not going to be around to wrestle forever. So he needs to find a protege and mold them into the next big star in wrestling. And will do anything he can to find the right protege to recruit.
Interesting. You got to find a protege, huh?
Yep. And 93 rating.
Like the crowd's into it.
Mm-hmm. They want to know who this protege might end up being.
Dave Christ.
No.
He's available. You can take him.
And leave your guess on who the protege will end up being in the comment section down below. And about to have fantastic heat and great wrestling, Becky Lynch defeated Sasha Banks in our main event in 13 minutes 50 seconds by submission with a disarmer. After AJ Styles came in and distracted Sasha enough for Becky to take advantage and do a schoolgirl roll up, Sasha kicks out, and then Becky turns it into a disarmer, basically.
So Becky makes Sasha tap out. Wow.
81 rating.
Yeah, that's a fantastic rating there. 80 from Becky, 74 from Sasha. Expected. I mean, they're expected to be performing really well, so that's good.
Becky just destroying everybody.
Yeah, Ronda Rousey is somewhere pissed.
And
Oh,
80.
awesome. 80, that's great, man. You guys all did really well this week.
Did I just win?
You had the highest overall rating this week. Yeah, you sure did. 82.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Oh my
The
god.
rise of MWA and the fall of CZW.
Yeah. You may have swept every category.
Everything but attendance.
And yeah, that's right. You had the lowest attendance. That's funny.
But I had to sell it.
You did. We'll give you that.
This could be the
His
start
popularity in 4 different
something
regions.
new. I feel so right to be
The
here. with
MWA
you.
is gonna make a big run here, huh?
High School Musical style.
Okay.
Yep.
Could be the start of something big. We'll see. We will see. All right, let's see what Slam's ratings are. 80, 11,000, 1.94. 1.4 million viewers. That's cool. Man, everybody had a pretty good week, except CZW. CZW did not have a good week. Everybody else, though, good job. It is time to take a look at the Week 33 ratings breakdown, starting with CZW. Man, bad outing here this week from CZW. One of its worst ever. 1.09 TV rating. That is without a doubt that is the lowest television rating in CZW Evolution history, all 33 weeks. Bad stuff there. And then it gets even worse with the viewers. 824,737, the lowest again, never below 1 million. CZW dropped below 1 million for the first time ever on this show. Live attendance, believe it or not, was up from last week. Pretty high here, 13,730. I don't know if they're going to show up next week after this one, but show rating of 67. I'm scrolling up right now. This ties for the worst television rating in CZW history, which dates back all the way to week number 2. Week number 2 was CZW's worst ever, and this ties at week 33. So overall, horrible outing here, especially off of a 92 rated pay-per-view just the night before. CZW's got a lot of ground to make up after this one. Now, Ring of Honor makes a good move here. Well, when I say good move, stayed very the same, very consistent, but still high. 2.30, which is the same as last week, which did have the highest rating last week of all 4 shows, but not this week. We'll get to that in a minute. 1.727 million viewers, very strong outing with that. The live attendance is up 2,000 from last week, that is 7,840. Then we got a rating of 76, which is very consistent. The last 2 weeks previous to this were 77 and 77. So down just a smidge just a smidge for Ring of Honor, but still very good outing here. Very good show, and everything is in the positives when it came to population growth from Ring of Honor. Now, MWA knocks it out of the park here, 2.50. This is the, I'm looking at it right here, this is the, not the highest, second highest rating ever for MWA. They had a 2.68 all the way back in week number 8, which is amazing to think about. But 2.50, very strong outing here, 1,876,479 viewers, almost hitting that 2 million mark, that very elusive 2 million mark, which they did hit all the way back in week 8. That's the only time they ever hit that. So, looking at the live attendance, it was a sellout. It is the lowest number, but it's a sellout, so you can't hate on that. 6,900. In television rating of 82. There are only 2 times in history of our show that MWA had the highest show rating, and it happened back in week 15 and again here in week 33. So MWA is making a big push to become the number 1 company out of all 4 of us here. It is happening right now. He is on the move. MWA making moves here. Now, Slam, I stated that I thought this was a higher rating than last week, but it is not. Still very good. 1.94, which the previous 4 weeks, every TV show in January was 1.95. All 4 weeks, and then we come in with a 1.94. So very consistent. That has been the real story of Slam in season 2 here, their consistency. They got 1.459 million viewers. Then we got, look at this, 11,897, down just a little bit for live attendance compared to last week and a couple weeks before that, but still super strong number there. Anytime you get over 10,000 is great. And then 80 for the rating, which is the same as last week. Slam consistently over 80 every single show. Every single show they've been over 80 or more since the start of season 2, which no company, now that CZW dropped below 80 this time, no company can say that. Only Slam can. So everybody is doing pretty good in their own right, except for CZW after this week. So pretty good ratings breakdowns out of almost everybody involved. That was bad. That was bad. Bad for CZW. That was a rookie mistake. I didn't look at the note up at the top about the ratio with matches and storylines. That was bad. CZW having their worst show ever. I can't believe that happened here in season 2. I should be better than that, but I'm gonna recover. CZW is gonna make up for what happened this week. I promise you that. Still, the show was good. The show was good. Just I messed up the ratings. But either way, everybody else killed it this week. MWA thinks they're the next big thing. Apparently, they've already been, in the TV ratings, they've been doing good, but now they're gonna try to take over the show ratings. That's the only place that CZW really has a chance. And in Slam too, really, because Slam's on a lower network just like CZW is. So me and Slam, we kind of rely on our show ratings to get us over the top and get us, make a name for ourselves compared to Ring of Honor and MWA with their high TV ratings. But either way, everybody did a very good job this week. Thank you so much for sticking around through the audio issues that we had. I do think it was worth it because there's a lot of good stuff this episode. So we are starting February. It is officially underway. Our pay-per-views are going to be coming up as we trek on in season number 2 here. So there you go, guys. Please like the video, subscribe on YouTube, spread the word, get the TEW out there. And yes, by the way, thank you so much for voting on our pay-per-views. I didn't say that in the intro, but thank you voting for our matches for the pay-per-views if you did that. And if you didn't, I hope you guys get a chance to do that on our February pay-per-views coming up. So that's it. We'll see you guys on the next episode. I can't wait. I hope you can't wait, and we'll see you there.